Hello YouTube and welcome to my video. It is Tian and today we are exploring the new moon in Sagittarius. This will be unfolding tonight, Australian Eastern Standard Time, Sunday the 1st of December 2024. Now please know I have recorded this video. I did so last night and my face was on it. However, with true Mercury retrograde style, it did not work on any level with regards to uploading and saving and the like. So here I am re-recording this video the morning of the full moon, and it is 10:10 a.m. and this new moon in Sagittarius is not a very potent new moon as far as the previous moons have come about. However, there is a very strong, subtle, introspective energy that is coming through this new moon. And in true Sagittarius style, there is a strong associations with the vibrant and expansive energies of Sagittarius, including the thirst for adventure, the desire to seek freedom and knowledge. However, it's more on the introspective level, or the shadow aspects of Sagittarius, occurring at the 9th degree and 32 minutes of Sagittarius. The introversion of the philosophical isolation of the Sagittarius energies, the restless search for meaning, because when Sagittarius feels the external world is not providing enough through stimulation or purpose, there's this strong inner restlessness, and that's what we are all inherently seeking. So when the sun meets the moon at the same degree, obviously that creates and births a new moon, which is a new cycle as the moon goes through across the ecliptic, through all of the constellations. And normally and typically with a new moon, we see a lot of energies pertaining to the solar figures. However, like I said, this is a very introspective new moon. And I'll share the reasons why as we look at this chart. So as you can see, the moon is conjunct the sun at 9 degrees and 32 minutes of Sagittarius. Now, the ruler of this new moon is Jupiter over here in Gemini at the 17th degree and 9 minutes in the retrograde. We have this opposing its natal ruler, Mercury, which is also retrograde at the 20th degree and 20 minutes of Sagittarius. So what inherently is occurring here is this mutual reception. So each ruler is in their opposing sign. Jupiter is not happy in the finer detail orientated sign of Gemini, because obviously the fact that it's that larger ideals and those broader minded perspectives, our belief systems, our religions, the worldly views and likes. And then we have Mercury over here retrograding through the sign of Sagittarius, which is highlighting the opposing factors. Like Mercury is all about the finer details and communicating with our community and connecting with those sorts of energies. However, it's in this freedom seeking, expansion, higher learning sign of Sagittarius. So this mutual reception with both of these planets going retrograde at this current period is creating inherent voidance of emotional depth, because Sagittarius in and of itself has a strong quest for freedom and this strong optimistic nature. However, this avoids them confronting their deep emotions and facing their vulnerabilities and the likes. And with this shadow tendency to repress our emotions and the reluctance to deal with the personal pains or traumas of our experience, we are facing challenges and finding ways to actually escape, to lead to this emotional detachment and also emotional numbness. So there's this strong energy of intellectualization occurring with this energy, and inherently that can actually lead to anxiety and also disassociation as well. So, and like I described in the title of this video, this energy is highlighting our need to move out of seeking the wider world perspective and coming back within ourselves into, sorry about my phone going off, the wider world perspective, and coming back into ourselves and coming back into this present moment and being okay with being in the present moment. This need for escapism with this opposing forces of these highly intellectual energies and these broader spectrum energies. You're either looking in too much into the future at the finer details, or you're too I suppose consumed by searching the truth and finding the answer, and it's this constant quest for meaning without finding the actual depth of this present moment. Because in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding, there is this sense of pressure that we are imposing upon ourselves, and this leads to doubt and frustration and a true sense of being lost, because we are lost in either, like I said, the details of Mercury or the wider view of Jupiter, as opposed to in this moment. Another shadow theme of this Sagittarius energy, while I'm exploring this very quickly, is also skepticism, cynicism, and dogmatism. So these are these key features of this very strong viewpoints that we innately do have, that actually creates a distrustful nature in other people's opinions, other people's ways of thinking and being. It's like, if you look at all the millions of hundreds of different religions in the world, and everyone thinks that their religion is right, but they actually do have a strong undercurrent theme of, like, the sun being the ruler and different things like that. Now, I'm not going to get into that because I'm not exactly what I would call religious on any level, but it just creates this strong alliance with our own beliefs without being able to accept the beliefs of others. And that is inherently also highlighting this need to be right with this new moon. So this is a very strong, like I said, introspective energy, and this is birthing a new cycle with this new lunar cycle, obviously, that will culminate with the full moon in Gemini, but it will also be going with the next 6 months as well, until the full moon in Sagittarius completes this culmination in I would say mid-June next year. So this is a very potent energy, and there is other very interesting aspects that are at play with all of the energies in the sky as we go through to December. So I'll explore that with you now. So what is aspecting this new moon also is a strong square to Saturn at the 12th degree and 54th minute of Pisces. Now, this is a challenging aspect that creates this sense of limitation and frustration. Saturn is the governing body of time and karma, and while Sagittarius energy wants to push the limits and seek new frontiers and expand boundaries and things like that, there is this tension suggesting that there is this strong optimistic innate nature that we do have to take this leap. However, there is a sense of responsibility that needs to be faced first before we do go down the path less traveled and expand our reality. So it's about inherently instilling discipline into our new approaches, because that any fire sign energy, fire sign in tarot is the swords, and it just carves its own path, whether you're looking at Aries, Leo, and of course Sagittarius here, and it's carving and creating its own path. And there is this beautiful trine occurring to Mars, which is just about to go retrograde on the 6th of December and go back and regress back into its fall sign of Cancer, where it's not happy. It's all about that steaming of repressed emotions coming up and bubbling up and searing to the surface. But with Mars in the fire sign of Leo, Mars is at home in Aries, so it's very happy to be here in Leo, and it's all about its bold, idealistic nature, its creative self-expression, its desire for recognition and leadership, and it's getting us going even further with this new moon energy over here with this trine in Sagittarius. However, these fire energies are are blazing down the path less traveled without actually taking a step back, which is what Saturn is asking us to look at with discernment and understanding where we've made our mistakes before. What responsibilities or checklists do we have to look at before we do move forward? And what lessons has Father Time and Father Karma in Saturn actually birthed us and gifted us in the past that we can take with us on our new on a new path forward into those new adventures and expansive ideas and the likes. So despite the fact that we do have this very beautiful, strong, passionate, driven energy of the fire signs here, it's just asking us, okay, like, what is it that we need to do first? What plans and structures do we need to put in place to make this stand the test of time and not repeat the same past patterns? Because we've also got a sextile here to Lilith in Libra. So Lilith in Libra is a strong, so Lilith in and of itself was Adam's first wife. She wouldn't lay underneath him, she wouldn't be subservient. So Lilith, so apparently the story goes that Eve was birthed out of Adam's first rib and therefore became subservient to him. So Lilith in Libra is ruled by Venus. So this creates this alluring energy and trying to find harmony and balance, and this crave for harmony and balance whilst also attracting new opportunities. But it's also obsessiveness and temptations and the repressed energies that are formidable in our own selves and that untapped passionate nature. So before you look to the grass being greener on the other side, water your own grass first. If you're looking at a new job, what is it in your job? What structures and what time and what work have you put into your own job before you let that go, to ensure that you're not just blazing down the path less traveled for the sake of it? Or if you're in a relationship and you're looking elsewhere, what lessons have you learned in your current relationship, and what have you overcome in your current relationship that can help forge a stronger bond through Father Time and through Father Karma, as opposed to blazing on and following your passions and following your desires into the next relationship. So this is a very strong, helpful aspect to be able to understand what is occurring here. So, with this opposition as well between Sagittarius, with Mercury in Sagittarius rather, and Jupiter in Gemini, there is this need for us to review the confusions between the facts, which is Mercury and Gemini, and our beliefs, which is those higher ideals of the Jupiterian energy and Sagittarius energy, and trying to understand what aligns within our inner world because of those retrograding patterns. It's all about what's going on the inside, and understanding how we can communicate better, what it is that we need to expand our knowledge and our consciousness of the learning of the details just as much as our worldly views, and being able to rethink our perspectives and rethink our dogmatisms, as opposed to impulsively acting on them and going off half-cuffed because someone said something that triggered us. And that's coming back to those repressed energies of Lilith over here. So we've also got Neptune that is set to station direct in the 7th of December. So this is a very creative and emotional energy, and it is forging a beautiful connection through here, which is offering us the availability to shift away from our inner confusions and our idealistic tendencies, and being able to create a clearer understanding of what our dreams, Pisces, our intuition, Pisces, and also our healing processes is Neptune and also Pisces, and it's about lifting that fog of dissolution and disassociation to be able to find tangible actions that will enable us to connect with our intuition and also connect with the present moment. So there we go again. We're highlighting these themes of trying to move forward into this new way of being, especially with this Pluto and Aquarius energy that is going to be there for the next 16 years. And it is about society and humanitarian ideals and long-term transformative energies of independence and innovation and futuristic thinking. And we will have Mars opposing Pluto once more later in December as it regresses back into Cancer as well. So there is this continuation of this power struggle between these opposing forces that are asking us to come back to center. It's asking us to find that equilibrium and of course that balance with that Libra energy that we've gone through over just a few months ago, and being able to persevere with finding that center ground and with that connection with our soul and our heart and our mind all being in the present moment. And again, not feeling or falling victim to those disassociative tendencies or anxiety-based tendencies. And there is also a connection to the fixed star of Antares. Antares is the heart of the Scorpion, and its influence on this new moon activation at the 9th degree is highlighting a strong push forward to take risks and expand ourselves. And despite there's a strong, obviously, with that connection to Scorpio energy, the desire for power and validation and sharpness, it's about tempering it with our wisdom and avoiding decisions that will lead to those long-term regrets as well. So inherently, this new moon in Sagittarius is asking us to find balance between these personal desires, the collective evolution, and figuring out how to lead and express ourselves through our understanding our own viewpoints on a worldly level, and also exploring the potential of those finer details as well. But it is all, of course, introspectively. With all these planets retrograde, we've got Mercury retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Sagittarius, Neptune retrograde in Pisces, and then we've also got this energy of Mars that is about to station retrograde as well. So, and then of course we've got Uranus still retrograding in the sign of Taurus, asking us to bring excitement and new insights and unpredictable changes and new breakthroughs into our own love language, the way that we connect with our love, with this beautiful trine, of course, to Venus as well, and how we relate to our relationships. So inherently, it's about balancing our independence with our collective needs, avoiding the escapism, connecting with our constructive ways and means of doing things, and confronting ourselves and our souls in a practical way of what it is that we need to resolve, as opposed to connect with those flight or flight responses that are so innately fire sign energies, and finding these balances that linger in the present moment. So I do hope this helps you better understand the energies at play. I will do another video for the December energies. However, just now I'm going to leave this with you and enjoy the 1st of December with my children. Thank you and bless you, and have a beautiful, happy new moon.